manipulate it after the fact.
Yes, of course.
Do you just let that one sit like that, Chuck? Or-
Yeah, for right now, I'm just gonna let that other one sit. Okay. When you pull this the same way, you start pulling it anyway, so this one's got a little bit of warmth here to it. This one's still got a tremendous amount of heat in here, so which is good. Alright, so this is done the same way you would pull sugar. You probably have to start a little bit sooner. I've been working on both of these at the same time, so. Once we get Jenna's into a mass, then we don't have to worry about it. Still got a lot of heat.
It's massive.
Yeah, this is a roll pad here, so it has silicone on both sides. A little bit big.
Do you want a smaller one, Chef?
No,
Okay.
it should be good. She can form it on here then. Once I get it together, I got time. It's gonna stay nice and warm. And I put those dry pieces back in there. Okay, so in this one, same way, pull, little short twists, okay, and then start taking it pretty soon in the pulling process. All right. Now, the object is try to keep your hands off of it, like so. And at first, you won't get much air because it's warm. Then what we do is we take it like so, and we only close up the front. And we don't squeeze it back down again as much as possible. Of course, it's going to squeeze some because we're going to put it back together again. The object is we're trying to get some air in the chambers. Again, close up just the front. Only. Again, don't squeeze it. Don't mash the thing. Just touch the very edges. Just like you do your pulled sugar. You're getting ready to cut it out. Don't pull it too far. Close up just the front. Okay. We're going to continue that process. And when you know it's done, it can't glue itself together anymore, so you don't want to take it that far. But right here, you see that I'm starting to get air in here. That's what I want. And it'll start to crack a little bit, which is okay, because we only have a little bit of acid in there. Every time we do that, we create an air chamber in there. Over and over again. You can see as it starts to cool, you know, you're going to get more of an air chamber in here, and you can kind of control that. Again, don't stretch it out too far. Right here, barely touch it. Get it together. Close up the front. Okay. You can see that it's starting to take on the appearance of wood. And there's a big air chamber in here now, which is what we want. If we were to break this, we do it correctly, we break it, there's all kinds of little holes in it. If we get that done correctly. Just the front. I'm not squeezing the whole thing, I'm just trying to glue that front part back together. Now, if she wanted to, and she wanted to make branches, at a certain point when she's getting ready, she can actually cut this. She can cut like different branches going in a different way, or cut pieces off and then create it from there. This is very tree-like. You can see that if you were to touch it here, this is full of air. Again. So, wait the chamber. Now, because this only has 1 or 2 pieces of acid in here, or drops rather, it is structural. So we can support stuff with this. And at a certain point, you won't be able to put it together anymore. So you want to kind of guess right before that time. We have just a big massive amount of air in it right now. Then what she has to do is once she gets the shape however she wants it, what we have to do then is we have to blow it cold. And it takes quite a while because it has a lot of mass in here, and we have to try to blow the whole thing, including all the inside. But you can see every one of these now has been filled with air. Okay, and at some point in the process, chef has to give up because it's not going to glue itself back together again. And it's going to be fairly hot. And we want to control. You can see now it's starting not wanting to come together. I'm going to do one more. You can try to push the envelope, but I don't want to ruin her piece. But now she can take this, and I wouldn't pull it super thin or anything like that, but you can take it. Maybe I'll do it. You can see that if you're close enough, you can see maybe some teeny cracks here. And that's probably as far as I can go. Now I shape it. So what shape do I want? I have no idea. So Darian would take this. Got a pair of scissors here. Okay. Now I can cut branches in here. If the scissors were any good. Okay. So I can actually cut branches in here if I wanted to, extend them out. I can take this, I can twist it, you know, I can cut this more, I can take this, I can cut these more, you know, depends on what I want to do, what Gary wants to do.
Oh gosh.
So you can see that I can create, it doesn't have to be
Chef is
this thick.
struggling. It makes me scared.
Right. I think it's the scissors that make it hard.
Alright, so, but you can see that very tree-like, okay? Now I have to kind of hold this stuff in this position, and then I have to blow it cool. Now I can bend this, like so, or do anything I want to, but I have to blow it cool. If I just leave it sit here, it's gonna just collapse, and all that hair will be gone, okay? So, alright, there you go. So blow it cool. Now on hers, and you can do your own, Darian, so.
Okay.
But that's the idea. You know, I can twist it. Now, if this cools down, let's just set it over here somewhere. Because I do have to blow it. I have to blow it and hold it there and cool it and those kind of things. Because otherwise it'll just flatten out. And then you can actually take that, pull it straight, let it cool off completely, and then bust it and you'll have like little pieces of driftwood. All right, on this piece, this is no acid, but what we're going to do is, Jenna wants to create a free-form effect. Again, if they want to pull some air in there, I can. Not necessary. I don't have to pull any air in here, whatever. But remember, on these pieces, I don't have to have perfectly pulled pieces. If you look at those pieces over there, especially Noder's, that's that first case to the right, he's got pieces that he takes, and it's not pulled sugar. He'll take a piece of sugar like this, and form something super abstract, you know, and you can see that he shapes it, creates some kind of dimension to it. It's a very, very sturdy piece that he adds to it, so he can shape anything he wants to. So what we're going to do on this one is take it, shape this any way Jenna wants, and I don't know what it is. I create a flat bottom on here. All right. And I can have this look like anything I want, and it's very structural, okay? And I could shape this to the bottom of my base. I could stick it right here if it's curved. And this could be very structural, but it doesn't have to be like so formal, okay? So I could do this, and this is all structural because I have no acid in here. This will be thick, you know, maybe she lays stuff underneath like here like this. I lift this up. So I want to give this a look to it.
Thank you. I'm going to leave it just like that.
Okay?
It's going to be beautiful.
So, you know, maybe it's just something like that. I don't know.
He's like,
okay?
all right, what else?
So, you know, whatever I want. And if you let it cool off a little bit more, you'll still have time to manipulate it, and you can play with it any way you want to.
Can you rewarm it after it cools off?
Yes.
How would you do that? Under the layer?
Basically on a sheet pan in the oven, warm it, and then shape it however you want.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, so-
Cool. So I can
yeah.
like try a few different things.
Yeah,
if
you
I
can
don't
try
like
a
it.
few different things. So yeah,
Perfect.
so here, this is plenty warm still. You can go ahead and manipulate it any way you want to.